Forgot to plug in the microphone. Nope.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
We hope you're wearing green out there tonight. Happy St. Patty's Day. From all of us at 2K Sports. You gotta have something green on. You got something green on, Kenny?
Yes, I do. My socks.
Do you? And do you have maybe a St. Patrick's Day, like an Irish accent you can give us?
Of course I do. Ready?
Yeah.
It's getting better, Arnie.
That's what you use for every...
That's not Irish.
It's getting
kind
better,
of
though.
That's British.
No, it's Irish.
No, it isn't.
It's
I guess it's somebody Irish.
It's getting better, though, right?
Somebody in Britain probably speaks like that. That's Irish.
Yeah.
It's getting better.
He might be right.
Makes me sorry I asked.
He might be right.
Tonight, we'll be watching the Houston Rockets playing against the Boston Celtics. For Boston, they come into tonight's game after a loss to the Pacers. A victory here tonight gives them the 8th best record in the NBA. It's been a solid season for them. We'll get to see Gordon Hayward suiting up in this one. Hayward, in addition to being a great shooter, also heavily involved in the competitive video game scene as well. Big fella, you gonna go pro in esports anytime soon?
Well, esports is definitely on the rise, Arnie, and Hayward is ahead of the curve, but I don't really see myself sitting there. I'm too old for that, Arnie.
Well, sitting and old kind of go together, but there's a competitive nature in which Hayward just likes to express it. This is another way he does it.
Time now for tip-off. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan with the call.
You're older than me, Kenny.
And I like to sit.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
green today on this special presentation of the NBA on St. Patrick's Day. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge is a sideline report. And also joining us on the sidelines, the league's most valuable player in 2004, Kevin Garnett. KG, it is great to have you with us.
Okay, how you been, man? It's good to see you,
Waiting
man.
for you to sit right here next to us. That's what I've been waiting
Man,
for.
thank you for having me, man. It's always a pleasure to see you.
Can't wait to get inside your impressions of this team. It'll be a lot of fun. It's getting noisy here in Boston. We're at the home of the Celtics. And you look at this team, pretty impressive. Certainly a playoff contender with the third best record in the East.
And when you look at Boston, they must have reached every goal they set for themselves this season. For them to be this high in the standings this late in the season, what an accomplishment.
I don't know of anyone who thought the road to the championship would travel through their building this season, but that just may be the case.
Here's the starting group for Houston. They've got Clint Capella, Harden out there with White. And it's DJ, and it's Dylan in at the four-man position. And people may not know, KG, that you're not just a broadcaster for 2K, but you're a member of the 2K community.
Have you been keeping up with the community, man?
Oh, yeah, very much so.
Man, listen, shout out to all the 2K players out there. I'm Jizzle Lord, y'all know what it is. I'm Jizzle Lord 5. Shout out to my OBF team, y'all know what it is. Shout out to Dex, shout out to Doug, shout out to everybody out there playing. Right, we definitely.
Wow.
It's all good, you know, I'm OBF, I'm about the team, I'm gang, you know what it is. Jizzle Lord, y'all holler at me, y'all know what it is, 2K. Right.
Irving against White. Now, here is Irving. He's guarded closely. Out to the wing. The Celtics working the ball around now. Clock at 6. From deep. Kevin, what a lot of fans don't get to see is all the work players do behind the scenes at home, before games, after games, on off days. Can you talk a little bit about that? Getting your body ready from the end of one game to play the next one. I mean, I've seen it, but you talk about it.
Yeah, the wellness starts right after you stop playing. The minute you come off the court, you're iced. You got to do progressions where right after the game you shower. Obviously, you got to get massages. You got to get some type of wellness on your legs, just because you're running so much. People don't know that you have to lift weights. You know, when we was in Boston, we lift every other day. We had a strenuous strength program. Shout out to B-Dude. Brian Dude, who's our strength coach up there, never let us get a day off. And if you didn't lift weights, then we find you as a players. Players find you. Because it's important for you to come in here and be strong. We need everybody to be as strong as they can be. So you have to lift. And then actually, you practice. But after practice, you have to put time into your own personal game.
Right. So much goes into it. It's amazing. Austin with the ball. Following the score by Houston. Hayward on the wing, covered by Smith. Hayward can't hit. The Rockets have gone 3 of 5, shooting the ball so far. Kevin, especially back in Minnesota, you have some Hall of Fame battles with a guy named Tim Duncan. Talk about what those games, what those matchups were like.
Tim is very crafty, man. Our battles used to just, especially as young guys, man. Young guys trying to establish themselves in a gritty league at the time, full of some older, dominant names at the time, Michael Jordan, Elijah Malone. At a time where the forward position was a very, very tough position. And Timmy was one of them ones, man. Used angles very well.
Oh, great freakish. Athletic freak.
Wow.
And sometimes you get the sense this guy knows a highlight real opportunity is coming, and DJ never passes that up.
Kevin, it's been said that some guys hated to play against you. Is there someone you hated to play against for whatever reason?
No.
You enjoyed every chance?
I enjoyed every competitor, because on the offensive side of the ball, I was always challenged. I wanted to use counters or what type of moves I was using. I took a lot of pride in having a variety of moves for different types of defenses. And each guy is going to bring out a different side of the offense in you. And then turning around and then being that defender and being able to guard the post player or the post or whatever the post player was or whatever. Rasheed Wallace is always a tough guard. Tim Duncan is always a tough guard. Zach Randolph is always a tough guard. Chris Webber, the Dice, Karl Malone.
Great names. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. And KG, you're retired from the game now, and you're stepping into the broadcast business a little bit now, aren't you? How do you like it? How do you like it?
You know what? Area 21 is something that is authentic. It's me. I'm having a great time watching the games. It's really cool being a fan now. I can root for people I want to root for. I don't have to worry about being prepared or who I'm going to guard. And I'm getting the tea. So, you know what? It's a great time. It's work. You know, it's not just you go in there and you have a bunch of fun. You know, we actually get some things done, but we have a great time, man.
You're an
Hey, Kev, listen, watching you, being around you, you know, man, the great, rest in peace to Craig, you know, Ernie, Charles, all these great influences, man, has definitely helped. Not just me, but our younger generations of broadcasters, man. It's totally, I didn't see this being my lane, but I'm having fun with it.
You're doing a great job. First one falls for. Kevin, you were always known as wanting to play and always wanting to practice. You were a gym rat. What did you do when a coach would ask you maybe to take a breather? Let's sit out this game. Let's rest up. Would you welcome that? Would you just say, I'll let you know when I can't go? How would you handle that situation?
You know what? I've always asked the coach to respect the way I get ready for the game. I've always asked him to respect the way I approach the game. I've always asked the coach to respect me and my expertise of knowing my body. I'm very, very vocal. Listen, one person needs rest, and it's me. I know how to raise my hand. I know how to say I need some rest. But, you know, I'm a person who likes to push through a lot of things. I'm a person who understands rest. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, I'm a person who understands that practice makes perfect. And if I can work on something for as long as I can to make something better, because I know at the end when I need it, especially when I just call it dial up. When I call, I need the answer.
Kevin, growing up watching the game of basketball, who were some of your earliest influences?
My early influences in the game of basketball was Magic Johnson, obviously Michael Jordan, and then Chris Webber. Chris Webber, Malik said it was kind of like the younger generation of my inspiration. Yeah. St. John's was one of the destinations. Michigan was one of my college destinations. So those guys were my natural inspiration early on when I was young.
The first one falls. Both good from the line that time. And Kevin, you played for some great coaches, but is there any coach you would have been interested to work with that just didn't get a chance to? Say, you know, Greg Popovich or Phil Jackson.
You know, those are great coaches. I've had very, very little time with those guys.
Maybe All-Star games and things like that.
I have. But, you know, when you do All-Star games, you let yourself go. You know, you open up yourself to try to, you know, be there, be present with the guys. Yes. Open up, you know, hey, what's up? What's been up with you? How's the year for y'all? Y'all playing well. We're going to beat y'all when we see y'all, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, you're very cordial. And, you know, you're not talking too much about X's and O's. But you do share perspectives. You do share, you know, philosophies. Pop is a great mind. I had a chance to sit with him a couple times. Phil's a great mind. Phil's super deep and loves the philosophy of. I haven't had a lot of time with those guys. Doc Rivers, you know, shout to Doc, and you know, I know he doesn't get a lot for his philosophies, but he's very enriched with philosophies and styles and bringing teams together and trying to make sure that guys stay connected, stimulated. He would always tell us, never get bored with the process.
Wow, that's so intriguing. Interesting to hear. And Kevin, there was such a whirlwind around your trade to the Celtics from the Timberwolves. What were your thoughts and emotions at that time?
You know what? Being in Minnesota at that time, it was very difficult for me. I didn't necessarily want to leave. I had a goal to bring the city a championship, and I felt like I could do that. nothing worse than when you have to deal with the reality of change. I'm not the one for change, even though I do know in order to process or progress better, you have to embrace some change. So with the help of my friends from Chauncey Billups, Teron Lou, I sat and I thought through it with those guys who have been through the trade process and talking to me, getting me to understand my options. And once I understood all my options, then I just, it was about what was best for me and my family.
Wow, yeah, there's a lot to consider. For Boston, they come into this one following a loss to Indiana. Kevin, coming out of high school, you were relatively mature for your age, at 17, turning 18, but do you ever regret not trying college and just seeing what that experience would have been like? I mean, it's such a long time ago, but you've had some chance probably to get some perspective on both sides of that story.
You know what, Kim, I look at it like the unknown is the unknown. Obviously, I've had friends that went to college, some of my best friends that went to college, and I think I've kind of lived it through them a little bit. Listen, when you have responsibility early in life,
which you did,
which I did,
yes.
And so from a mature level, things that interest me are not that interesting as you get older, especially when you have to deal with a vigorous schedule of an NBA schedule. I wasn't able to, be the 17, 18-year-old to chill, have, lean on the parents a little bit, be able to be at home, coming home through the weekends. I had a real life that I was responsible for, and I was growing something. I was building something. I was trying to not just be a young player in the league, but a young businessman, wanting to establish something for myself, my friends, my family. Can't do those things thinking like a normal 17, 18-year-old. You take the pieces from grown men around you all the time. You're around people who need something all the time. At some point, you have to put all this together, and you have to make it work for you. You have to put your spin on it for how it works for you and your brand. And you have to be innovative with that. You have to be creative with that. You have to have a vision.
Wow, yeah, there's a lot to consider. Kevin, we see some coaches get extremely emotional on the sideline. Others take a more even-keeled approach, more calm on the sideline. Which coaching style would you prefer to play for when you were in your prime? Did you want a coach who was animated, or did you want a coach who was just kind of settled on the sideline?
You know what? I like the coach that was settled on the sideline. I like to think that great coaches are going to be able to coach you in practice, and then during the games, it's about the product and what you put out on the floor. Coaches that have understanding, coaches that have vision, coaches that understand the game, understand that it's a game of runs, it's a game of momentum, it has plays for those momentums and those times. Or coaches I've always gravitated to and understood
like Doc was kind of in between, a little bit of emotion, but that he could also have a calm demeanor on that side.
Doc was on fire, I'm sorry. There was nothing calming about Doc.
Doc's back here.
No, shout out to Doc. Doc would rip your head off if you wasn't supposed to. But you know what? You need to play with that edge. You needed to know that if you wasn't in your spot, 1 through 15, you understood that you were supposed to be there. And it's good to play with that. I think that you don't want to be out there playing like, this is no big deal. Every play is a big deal. And no play you absolutely. And you know what? That severity, and you play with that importance, and knowing that you're playing for the next guy. So that's important.
For the fans out there watching this, Kev, can you talk about why it's so incredibly difficult to win an NBA title, to become a champion? Why is it such a tough process?
Well, just imagine having a goal and you're not pursuing the goal by yourself. Say you and somebody else.
Relying on somebody else.
Relying on somebody else, okay? So let's just say you and someone are doing something, walking up a hill. Y'all getting ready to go walk up a hill. Well, the speed in which you want to walk at might be different from the other person. And what you realize about when you're trying to reach any goal is that you have to be connected. You have to be understanding of, walking together like at this speed, like this, or going fast, going slow. It has to be a great level of communication and understanding. At the same time, you have to have the same work ethic, because you have to understand you're together. And you don't get to go at this level and leave someone behind. You have to you got to pull them, you got to keep up, whatever it is. All this goes into trying to win.
It sure does. That's right.
Gentlemen, group shot. Group shot.
That's good from Irving. Kevin, when you're talking about influences, you mentioned Chris Webber's name a lot.
Yeah, C. Webb was kind of, he and Stacey Augmon, was at a time where I was trying to find myself as a player.
Search for a roadmap, maybe. You know, who do I most resemble?
But not only that, but just some direction. You know, at the time I was a big who had handles, and if you know anything about Southern coaches, they don't want their big handling the ball. So you get the ball up to a guard or whatever. It wasn't until I got to Chicago to where the scouts or, you know, people were able to see, like, wow, this big can actually handle the ball. He has handle a little bit. And then my high school coach would actually make me bring the ball up to show off and showcase it.
No kidding.
I hated it. I was like,
Yeah,
oh my God,
but look
I
what
want to bring
happened,
the ball up.
And he knew that turning, I've been handling it. I was like, oh my God, I hated this. And he knew I would go and dunk him on. I was like, man, I don't want to shoot. He was like, no, bring the ball up. Anyways.
Kevin, of all the people you've faced, who is the toughest guy for you to score against? Down low, let's stick that geography. Who is the toughest to score against down there?
Listen, I know, like I've always said, Rasheed Wallace, I've always said Tim Duncan. They're probably the two that brought a different level of play out of me. But shout out to Cliff Robinson, man. Cliff Robinson, I don't know if people know this, but Cliff Robinson, man. Cliff Robinson was one of the better defenders in the post. He was very strong. He was very long. He didn't go for any counters. He was very disciplined. He was well prepared because he was a veteran. The refs let him get away with a lot, touching and grabbing. He knew when to be physical in some positions. He knew to do what we call work early. He would meet you at the three-point line, and he would be fighting you, and you would post up probably like a step outside the three-point line. Like, he was really good at some of his techniques and how he was able to control the post. After Cliff left the game, I watched a lot of his tape, and I took a lot of his, I had to, because it was so effective against me that I was able to use it against other post players on the defensive end.
I never knew that story.
Dennis Rodman was another guy I watched a lot. Akeem Olajuwon I watched a lot, because these guys were laterally very similar to my makeup. Akeem Olajuwon was long. He was able to laterally move with you. I was laterally able to move with guards, able to laterally to slide with some of the forwards and some of the more laterally gifted power forwards. And with that, able to get my feet together, being able to block shots, challenge the rim, stuff like that. Things that, if you're going to get better at something, you got to go and reach and find the great ones that did it before you and taking it in. I was able to apply it, and I did those things.
Kevin, when you played, we all know how intense you were, how much you cared. That, to me, was the thing that you cared so much about the product, about your team, about the game. But some people have said that maybe there was a streak of you that was, mean is maybe not the right word, but you were overly aggressive. But I don't know how you could have played any differently.
I call it dialed in. You know, I like to think that if you're trying to accomplish something, then, you know, I only know one way to accomplish it. You go at it with everything you have.
Yes.
You go to dominate it and take it over. You don't go at something light.
You can't walk through the park with this game.
Not at all. Not at all. And this game is full of talented elites. Night in, night out, you're playing someone that can typically go for 50 easy.
So true. Down low, got a piece of it, and stolen by Tatum. And now the fast break, Irving with the ball. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
And KG, when you were bringing those greats together like you had in Boston, the intersection of you and Doc and Paul Pierce and Ray Allen, all these guys together, everything was aligned.
But you know, you got to go through something to be able to appreciate something. You know, I like to think that the joining of myself and Ray Allen and Paul Pierce going to Boston, that we all had to have a journey up until that point and go through something and feel something and have something feel left out. We always achieved when we all came together. Awards, countless all-star achievements. But then when it came to total winning and what we all do this for, we was all vacant. And that's what we all shared. And we all shared the same appetite for that, Kev. And then I'm telling you, man, when we all got together, we all knew never to let each other down. And we all gave each other 100%.
Boy, I just love how Marcus Smart plays the game of basketball. He's aggressive, he's intelligent, and he doesn't mind getting under your skin.
The Celtics making a switch here. Mills is checked in. Just been a whole new 5 on the floor. Rockets leading by 4. And Kevin, you've recently gotten a chance to do more TV. Your show Area 21 has been tremendous, and the critics love it. Talk about this chapter of your career.
Well, you know, it was something that I wasn't planning on, but, you know, Turner brought me a great concept, and it fit the mold of what I'm any man cave is, and that's really what it is. But the fact that we can go in, watch the games on multiple channels, see multiple games, articulate it, get it from a perspective of a player, coming fresh out of this generation of players, giving understanding to this generation of players is very important, because these players now are very different. Teaching these young players, still being mentors of these players, very important. And still loving this game. It's still a beautiful game. Man, the game is growing. Watching these kids do all types of different stuff, man. The creativity in our game now is so heightened. So, yeah, I'm having a bunch of fun, which is one thing I never forgot. The piece of advice you've always told me, man. So continue to enjoy what you do, and it'll show. And I'm hoping that I'm making you proud of that, Kay. I'm enjoying what I'm doing, man.
You're an incredible ambassador to all of those things. The game, fun of life, you capture a lot of the fun of it.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying. I'm enjoying it, so, hopefully it will show.
And so in the game for the Rockets, they've got Smith. White is out there with Harden. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Dillon in at the 4. He has a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Nets played superb basketball. He had 43 points, and he got those points as he always does, knocking down shots from beyond the arc. He really had his fingerprints on the game. Did pretty much whatever he wanted. It'll be interesting to see how he follows it up here tonight.
All right, David, thank you, guys. Could you believe that performance? Wow.
I mean, it was really something to see. Yeah, he showed everybody just how special he is when he is on his game.
Well, that was an elite performance, and it didn't seem to matter what approach they used to try to slow this guy down. He had an answer for everything.
And both free throws good for DJ.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Kevin, you accomplished everything individually as a teammate. Anything that you wish you would have done, any player that you wish you would have played with, any regret in that form that lingers with you in retirement?
No, nothing lingers. Obviously, you sit back and think about, I would love to play with Cole for a year, or got to, team, at least play in the U.S.
You had a chance. Wasn't there like a rumor one time?
It was. My connection with Paul was just the opportunity when I waited. It's what it was. But,
you wouldn't have traded the Paul Pierce thing for him?
No, I wouldn't have, because Paul and I are true brothers. The connection, and then the team, Ray, my connection with Doe and then Doc and all that. So I wouldn't have given that up for anything. But if I could have played with one person, probably would have been Cole. Summertime, I say USA because that's when you get to play with each other and all that, and you get to kind of beat up on everybody else and be USA or whatever. So that would have been super fun. But it's all good. Shout to Mamba, you know what it is. But I have no regrets, man. I left everything on the floor. I enjoy watching the game more than ever now, dog. I'm not even front. I enjoy having my popcorn, my little ritual, my boys, and we sit back and watch the game and loving the game.
Yeah. The Celtics have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
What's up?
That's good from Irving. Kevin, you were a mainstay All-Star Week. You've seen everything there. If it were up to you, would you make any changes in All-Star Week in the events and the way everything is kind of carried out? You've went to so many.
I have. And you know what? Each city gives you a true essence of its own identity. I would like to see...
Oh, crazy.
That's a beautiful jam.
Oh, Kev, DJ's playing all the hits tonight, and they simply can't stop the music.
Kevin, some of the relatively new rules protecting players, the breakaway, the flagrant 1, the flagrant 2. Are you in favor of all this stuff?
I'm in favor for players' health. Anything that is going to be detrimental to a player's health, I feel like, the player's health is the first and only obligation. That's all I've ever worried about. Foul play, I think every player should always understand it's a way to foul, it's a way to be able to, send a message. But in the heat of the moment, I get it. Things happen. I would just hope that all players out there will continue to, care about and respect the game.
To the middle, it's stolen by Capella. Here's DJ. Here's Harden. Count it. His second made. making 4 attempts.
Oh, easy putback. No one got a body on him.
Boy, I'll tell you, Greg, that's just inexcusable. All they had to do was box him out. He learned a lesson the hard way in that instance.
And the foul called on DJ. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. The Celtics have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
The blow by animation is about to come up.
Two shot. Two shot.
The free throw drops by Hayward.
It's an amazing thing to watch Gordon Hayward play the game of basketball. Every year he's made improvements, and he is a legit all-star level talent now.
Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Houston. Changing it up here. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Boston on top, up 3. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what was your plan for tonight?
I was trying to get assists in the beginning, and just having a good time out here. Got it going a little bit. Enjoying myself.
Okay, Kyrie, we'll see you in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back with the second half of basketball right after this. And welcome back as we continue our St. Patty's Day broadcast. You look at DJ in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, the first half, what a thing of beauty. He was just living in the lane.
How special is it, Greg, to watch a guy who's able to get into the paint with speed and consistency? They cannot let him get inside like that.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court right now for the Celtics. We've got Yabusele, also Hayward out there, and it's Irving in at the point guard position.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
White against Irving. And White kicks to DJ. Shot clock at 5. From 6 away, Hayward grabs the board.
Well, he carved out the space he needs, just the finish was not good.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Oh!
Boy, Kev, what a feed. That's what you get from DJ, someone who understands where to put the basketball and when.
That Unleash Chaos Under Armour replay really giving us a good look at the action. Tipped away. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Let's now pause and take a look at the scoring breakdown between the front and back court of tonight's contests for Boston.
And it's been pretty even between the bigs and smalls here. With the game still in question, we'll see which of these guys can take another step to take over the game.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Here's Hilliard. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 4th assist in this one.
Yeah, guys, that takes vision and timing to put it on time and on target.
Smith kicks it out to Harden. He feeds it to White. Pass to DJ. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
DJ not allowing the defense to dictate the action. Instead, he goes on the attack, drives the lane, and forces the foul.
The Rockets have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
I'll tell you guys, there's a tenacity to his game that you have to like. DJ never gets lazy out there. He always seems to go full speed.
one for two. Boston leading by 4. Irving with it. 16 points for him. Can't convert after the good screen.
The D slow to rotate, and he misses out on an easy chance from mid-range.
And here's Harden for 3. Drills it from outside. Harden's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And with Harden, it's pick your poison. Not only a tenacious penetrator, but also a consistent threat from 3-point.
Smith against Hayward. Shot off the pick, and it's in off the backboard. Hayward's got 15 points.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Right, the effort could have been so much better. You've got to be willing to fight through that screen. There's no question about it.
It'll go. The Boston lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Capella.
Well, in that individual matchup, the rim is totally unprotected. He's just got too much size on him.
Hayward goes in. Here's Hilliard. All 3 off the mark.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Kicks the DJ. To the paint. And he goes in for the dunk.
Well, this is what you look for from your franchise guy. Total unselfishness. Gordon Hayward with a pretty look.
For the Celtics, they come into this one following a loss to the
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. The Rockets have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8.
What's up?
Drops. He ties it up. Here's Irving. 16 points for him. 3rd quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Here's Hayward. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on James Harden.
You know, of late, Gordon Hayward has now started to play the game with an edge, and I love his ability to get to the bucket and make the defense foul.
The first free throw is good. Boston making a switch here. DeRozan's checked in. Second free throw, no good.
Yeah, he gets them to lead at the free throw line despite the 1 miss.
Pass to Smith. He kicks it to Harden. Back to Smith for the lead. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Harden. In the second half of this season, he's been nothing short of spectacular. He's getting around 16 points a game, 6 assists, and 4 rebounds. He has been at his most dynamic, no question about it, a real handful.
Let's make no mistake, one of the elite talents in the NBA and operating at the highest level right now.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. The free throw drops for him. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Hilliard passes to DeRozan. There's a screen. That one doesn't go. And the Rockets take it the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
I mean, they were so impressive offensively. And when you do that, that can really help you on the road.
I think intensity is the key, right, Greg? When you play with energy on the offensive end, good things usually happen.
Rockets have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. Boston making a switch here. Mills has checked in.
What's up?
Throw good, DJ. Celtics trail by 4. Here's Hilliard. 15 points in the game. Pass to Mills on the wing. And the shot falls short this time. The Rockets have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Now here's White. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Good.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and continue to score consistently.
The pass to Yabusele. Dishes it to Mills. There's the pick. Over Harden. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. Mills has got 5 points so far.
And just a nice job there to shake free of the D inside and then drain the jumper.
It's Harden with the drive and the jam by Harden.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Now Mills. 5 points in the game. Hilliard, no good.
Now, great look on that. Just a little out of rhythm.
Yeah, he looked like he forced that a little bit. Just needs to take his time. Got to make these shots right now.
DJ passes to Dillon. Houston moving the ball around. For 3, Smith. And Boston with the rebound.
In the first half, he was on fire from range, but he hasn't knocked one down since.
And here's Mills from the arc. The Rockets pull it in. Gabella's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the
No
foul.
play.
Shot misses. He'll shoot 2.
How about not shying away from contact? DJ earns a trip to the stripe. Solid physical play, Kev.
Cause I saw no ball. I saw no one going. I didn't see him going after the ball.
Shoot shot. Loop shot.
Thought that should have been played.
And he knocks down the first one. Giallo, he's checked in for the Rockets. Norman Powell comes in for White. Both free throws good from Smith.
You know, seeing an uptick in his trips to the free throw line, really, since we came out of the half.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Powell with the steal. To the inside. Up again.
Well, there's no consistency from the field in this quarter. We'll see if he can get his shot going.
Here's DeRozan. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
I think I can make the case that DeMar DeRozan finishes through contact like a big man. This guy is tremendous at end-one opportunities.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. That's good from DeMar DeRozan.
And this is part of what, to me, Kevin, makes DeMar DeRozan such an efficient scorer. The success at the free throw line. Year in and year out, this guy has been a consistent force at the stripe.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, Celtics coach Brad Stevens is known for getting the best out of his players. He said every NBA player has an elite streak. Some of them have 10 of them. And those guys are the very best in the league, right? But every one of them is here for a reason. And there are times when you can really soar with that skill. Kevin?
And that's why Stevens is already one of the best coaches in the league, David. You've talked about him for a long time, getting maximum results from every one of his players.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Just great timing on that play, too, guys. Makes it impossible for the defense to react.
Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Harden.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustments.
Celtics trail by 5. Hilliard kicks to Smart. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Clint Capella.
Well, that's an example of the strength of Marcus Smart. He barrels into the defense in order to pick up the foul.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
He's hit his free throws at a pretty good clip this year, 77%.
First free throw is good. Houston making some changes. Anunoby, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Young is subbed in for James Harden. And so, Smart nails both of them. Rockets leading by 3. And Young kicks to DJ. To the inside. Here's Anunoby. It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
That's a perfect mid-range jumper. All he needs is an inch of space, and they gave it to him.
Here is Hilliard, defended by Young. Passes it to Hilliard. To the inside. Out to the right wing. 5 to shoot. Releases from 15. That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut back down to 3 on the basket from DeMar DeRozan.
I think the fans always hope for the spectacular with DeMar DeRozan, but those mid-range are just money.
Smith for 3. He can't get that one. And the Celtics going the other way now. They won their last game against the Rockets in Houston.
And a really close game between these two in that last matchup. It took a total team effort for them to get the win.
Yeah, I don't think they win without the productivity they got from their bench. That made the difference.
Rebounded by the Celtics. Smart wide open. He fired. It's good. This game is all even. Smart's got 5 points now this quarter. Houston's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the 3rd. The drive by Smith. Wow. Here's Hilliard. He's got 17. Here's Polides. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
The only way he doesn't finish is if the defense gets in his face. Nice job. That's a complete effort. Stuck with his man, gets his hand up, and then he doesn't hesitate to finish the possession with the rebounding job.
DeRozan's shot is off.
Well, yeah, I mean, you want to give your offense a chance, and that possession didn't do it.
Come on.
No reason for him to be taking these kinds of shots. He has only himself to blame. Well, you've got to look at this guy's shooting as one of the main reasons they've been able to build this lead.
Here's TJ. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And a brief moment now to see who's atop the NBA scoring-wise. DJ number 1.
And all you have to do is point to his name at the top of that list. Does that tell the story well enough, or what? What a season.
And the first one at the line is good. Shabazz Muhammad's checked in for Boston. And a switch here also for Houston. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for foul. Both free throws good from Smith. Here's the Celtics with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Tatum setting the pick for Smart. Nice ball movement by Boston. Tatum's shot is off.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
In the corner, it's DJ. From past the arc. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got 5 rebounds tonight. Hilliard gets the Smart. The dish to Tatum. Pass to Hilliard. Feeds it to Smart. The Celtics need to get a shot off. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Stolen by Smart. We've got 1:08 left in the third. And the foul called on DJ. That will be foul number 5 on him. The Celtics making a switch here. Irving's checked in. Muhammad dishes to Irving. No good on the triple. Rockets trail. Here's TJ. The kick out to Young. The three-pointer is right on target. Young's got 8 points.
Well, listen, there's no one around him, and he says, thank you very much. Wide open look at 3, as easy as that.
Knocked away and stolen by DJ. Pass to Diallo. Pulls up on the elbow. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. DJ's got 4 assists in the game. A chance at a 2 for 1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Smart kicks to Irving. Here's Muhammad. Rebound by Smith. DJ's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Inside. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
It's stolen by Smith. Anunoby, good. And now a 5-point Houston lead.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
Yes, you love that they're not settling for anything outside the paint. Excellent work getting right to the tin.
PJ has been leading the charge for Houston. He was a true standout at the offensive end.
Got a little bit of
his
a
scoring
run going.
and his passing. And we'll be right back after this. Now let's listen into the huddle of Brad Stevens.
Hey, bottom line is, good things are going to happen, bad things are going to happen. How you respond is the biggest key. Let's go.
And Brad Stevens moments ago, both.
Hold up 1 sec.
On what they can do now rather than worrying about what's already happened.
Man, this is all you can do. Put all of your energy into this moment. The past, the future, they don't matter.
And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter, and if it's anything like the first three, we should be in for a treat. So on the floor for Houston, White is out there with Batum, and it's Smith, and it's Diallo in at the 5. And here's White in the corner. It's DJ.
And they're not having as much success from long range as they did in the first half.
Smart with the ball. They set the pick. Outside Irving. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got his third assist on the night.
Yeah, just a bit of daylight off the screen is enough for Irving to knock down that shot.
Smith against Muhammad. Here's Diallo. The shot will not fall. And it's Boston the other way. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That'll be the latter half of this two-game homestand. Batum brings the double team. And the foul called on DJ. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest
glitch.
of this
We glitch.
from the sideline.
We're staying in.
He's checked in for Muhammad.
Hey, guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
Nice shot by Smart.
Well, we think of Marcus Smart as a defender, but how about his willingness to look for his offense and stay aggressive?
Rebound, Gordon Hayward.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt the pass-first mentality at this point.
Smith on the wing, defended by Hayward. Here's Dillon. A stupendous finish in traffic.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Celtics have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Hayward passes to Irving. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. And there's the pass to Yabusele. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Smart. Second chance shot. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Oh, the officials are all over that.
And the Rockets making a change here. Harden's checked in.
How we got up under there for the board with 3 people there, I don't know.
And so it's a narrow victory for Houston.
Got lucky.
They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to see. Everything they had, it came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later.
Hey, DJ.
Hey.
Great game out there. Look, Shaq and the guys want to talk to you in the studio.
Really?
So right this way.
Oh,
Stand
well,
here,
okay.
and we'll get you set up. Perfect.
That's good.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
And welcome back to the studio here on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith in a moment to speak with our postgame guest who's standing by on headset near the locker rooms.
What's up? Kenny the Jet here. That might have been the most dominating game from one player that we've seen all season. Now, what led to this offensive explosion by you?
Honestly, honestly, I just feel that our team had been leading up to having a great game offensively, and I was able to be on the end of the team's hard work. When we make plays, it doesn't matter who gets to finish, and I thought we did an excellent job of creating tonight.
Well, you guys created, but the opportunities went to you.
Thank you.
And thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. We'll see you next time, and the time after that, too.
Give me a second, get ready to switch players.
E andai fuori per una ragazza, il suo ex mi guardò andare, come Rocky in piazza, un passante ci riprese, con la voce non con la webcam, e solo io so quante ne ho prese, ma tutto questo era un caso, non era un gioco comunicare, prima che Nokia fosse un super trend, andavo in centro per chiamare, da una cabina come Superman, per me Milano era come New York, ci sedi le ragioni di un tram, ci torno adesso e cago e penso che tutto questo era un caso, andava sempre così, dal lunedì a venerdì, la stessa gente in tasca niente, però era meglio di un allora ancora madame, mi guardo adesso rimpiango e penso che tutto questo era un caso, era di moda andare a ballare, all'acqua fanno il cucuricò, musica alta in ogni locale, poche parole come Robocop, il fizzi-pop e le pennate, Giovanni Folli come Peter Pan, ci penso spesso e mi accorgo adesso che tutto questo era un caso, certe pellicole da panico, capito il finale drammatico, di doppio nell'Atlantico, dormi montana con tu, milioni spesi dentro, ci sono i baracconi in città, e forse non ho avuto tutto ciò che ho chiesto, ma tutto resterà.
What's up, Brian? So you have something for me?
I do indeed. Here you go.
Nice, man.
Hashtag cats, hashtag hilarious, hashtag why do they hate cucumbers?
Spinelli, I don't care what Be Fresh says. I didn't authorize it, all right? All right. Bye.
Hey, DJ, what's up?
What's going on, fellas?
Got a chair waiting on you.
Yo, DJ, could you tell Doc to stop talking to your fans on the internet?
What do you mean?
Well, last time you were here, the whole shop went viral.
Oh, that's a good thing, right? That means more customers, baby.
You think that, but they're just questions about you. Now we're tagged all over social media, and somehow Doc is answering all the questions about you.
Look, I have to. I'm old school, you know that. I treat customers like family. Get out the chair. It's a star here. You don't see that?
Yeah, if they were actual customers, Doc, they're just here to see if DJ gets his hair cut or not.
Oh, speaking of haircut,
I
was asleep last night,
Mm-hmm.
and the universe spoke to me.
Okay. What is that?
Say I should name a haircut after this young man
Well.
right here. And it should be called
what?
DJ Special.
Ow!
Hallelujah.
Okay.
Hallelujah to that. I like the ring of that. Hey, come on, Doc.
Preach now.
Come on now.
And I can put turntables in the back of their heads, charge them $3 extra more.
Okay.
Matter of fact, hey, take a picture of us for the Grizzly.
Okay.
I got a fan page.
Your fan page.
86 followers.
Got it.
Pretty soon, I'm gonna be at your level.
I don't know about all that, Doc.
You gonna be cutting my hair. Watch.
Ready to monster, DJ.
Put some power on you right quick.
think this one will look great. You ready for this?
Let's do it.
Man, you are a handsome young man. Look at
Fans
that.
are gonna love this one, man. You read my mind.
Showroom floor. Showroom floor.
Lady Jules, Lady Doc.
Go get him. Go get him.
Hey, DJ. You got the books ready for you, man?
Okay, I'm ready.
Let's do this.
Alright, I'm ready, Tony.
Alright, let's do it.
This looks great.
Yeah, I'm glad you like it.
Oh, thank you, Tony. Appreciate you.
Anytime, man. Hey, DJ. You got the books ready for you, man?
Looks great.
Yeah, I'm glad you like it.
Hey, thank you, Tony. Appreciate you.
Anytime, man.
Have you been able to get out of the mother?
No, I haven't even.
Because I know she's going to be wanting that car. You know her Social Security number? Yeah,
Well, Dimitri was watching me at work. I think he's gone to do his rounds now. I still don't get why this character progresses so much faster than my other character. I said I don't understand why this character progresses so much quicker than my other character.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Our featured matchup tonight out in New York, where the Knicks will be going up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. And for Oklahoma City, they played well of late, winning 5 of their last 6 games. Tonight, an opportunity to continue that trend. And something that should be noted here, and I'll do that right now, we'll be seeing DJ in action. He just took home the Player of the Week award. Shaq, what kind of prize comes along with winning Player of the Week?
Well, you get some hardware to throw up in the trophy case. You also get a little extra attention from the defense. They got to make sure you don't win it again. Because don't remember, this kid's a rookie.
Don't remember that, or remember that?
Do remember that.
Do remember that. Okay, what should I not remember?
I don't know
You just
what I
said
just
that?
said,
Okay. Kenny?
Well, I'm just a little confused. Why did you ask me about the prize?
Because I bet you were the rookie. You were the Player of the Week
In 1991. Yes, I was. Maybe not as many times as Shaq, but I was NBA Player of the Week.
Probably maybe not as many times as DJ.
Not at all. DJ's, he's a beast.
Yeah. So your point was?
You could have asked me first.
Show some respect, Ernie.
Did I get any mail?
When I got home with what? Oh, this is what you bought yesterday?
Yeah.
Darren, and before you go downstairs, grab your can opener. Over there, it should be right over there on top of that chair. Should be sit. Because in fact, let me see it real quick. I thought these were twist. Oh, never mind.
You just got a grip on them, so it's like.
Nah, that's what it is. Nah, that's what it is. So used to.
Why you peeping at me, Lola?
You can barely. You can.
Over there looking at me. Don't be looking at me. Showing me your Joker smile.
score paid off.
Mm-hmm.
So I can go to the grocery store and buy like $100 worth of meat or whatever. And get some food in the house.
Oscar Fried out there tonight. Want these earphones? No, I'm good, man. Suit yourself.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
The Star-Spangled Banner, sung by musical artist Linda. A marquee matchup tonight. Two great centers going head-to-head. Brent, talk about the attributes scouts are looking for out of modern-day centers.
I think one of the things that they look for first with regards to a big man, Kevin, is a guy who doesn't shy away from contact. I know the game is moving with a little more open pace and space, but still, your big guy's got to want to be physical, because there are times in the game, whether he's touching it in the post or not, he's got to be a presence both offensively and defensively. That requires taking a few hits.
And with the ability to pass, and the guys like Bogut, even in advanced age, can still, I think, make a difference in that position.
Yeah, but if you look at guys like Bogut and Steven Adams, they're still willing to sacrifice their body, not for the glory of having the ball, but everything they can do for getting the ball into open space for their guards. That means hitting a guy, setting hard screens. That physicality has got to be priority one.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So for Oklahoma City right now, Westbrook and Robertson are the backcourt pair. Steven Adams is out there with DJ. And it's Anthony in at the small forward position. And it's Westbrook missing.
The defense was in the area, but not really effective. He has to put away this layup.
Burke with it. 9-point game his last outing. Burke with the screen for Williams. Stolen by Westbrook. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
Offense clicking early here. 3 for 4 to start this one.
Burke dishes to Hardaway. Beasley sets a screen for Hardaway. Inside. It's stolen by Adams. Robertson the pass to Westbrook. Nice shot by Smith. DJ's got his second bucket of the night.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Picked by Williams. Burke with it. Westbrook picks him up. Williams with a clean look. Misses the 3.
And that's a rare sight. Usually shooters make the defense pay when they're that lackadaisical.
And it's blocked. The feed to Burke. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Beasley against Smith. Beasley kicks to Hardaway. 6 on the shot clock. Williams gets the bucket.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't beat him up on the perimeter.
Out of bounds, New York takes possession. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for the Knicks.
And no doubt they relied upon that three-point shot to provide a big chunk of their scoring. Now, that's been a trend in the modern NBA, and they took that philosophy and ran with it.
Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Stolen by Cantor. Now, here's Burke. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Here's Smith. On the play, basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
That's how DJ makes an impact with his defense. Comes up with the steal, starts to break. That's a quick strike.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And the free throws have been dropping for him at a rate of about 77% on the season.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
What's up, man? Hey, that game was off the chain, man.
Yeah.
How many points you get in that game? How many points you get in that game?
I think 48.
Oh, man, I gotta get my guy up to there, man. I don't know how to do it yet. I might have to come bring my PlayStation over so you can show me what I have to do.
You just got, well, NBA 2K, you just got to progress and build your guy up.
That's the only problem I had. You know, what do I have to do? You know,
well,
what I do, when I get money, I just go up and down the line. You know how y'all do it. I just go to one and build that one up top each one.
Well, ain't no particular. It's no particular way. And not only that, it depends on what kind of archetype you have too. Like me, I have sharpshooting as my primary and defense as my secondary. So like my small forward is a sharpshooting defender, and like right now I'm playing with my second character, my center. He's a rebounded defender.
I got a center in a small forward.
Yeah, but what's their archetype? Is he a slashing
defensive forward, defense or something else. They're both the same thing. They both the same thing. I might get on there tonight, try to get them up. Get them both up.
Well, no, I already got my center to 7. I'm already at 71. And I ain't even been playing with this character that long.
Look at the Knicks over the last few seasons.
Huh? Well, it's like after I finish this game of basketball, I'm gonna hop. I'm gonna hop on the division. Do the dailies, and then be off and probably play some hockey.
Kevin, and they just haven't gotten anything going. Last year, they thought they were in a good spot with the additions of Rose and Noah, but the team just couldn't string anything together, had a myriad of problems, both on and off the floor.
All right. Well, I'm still broadcasting.
Okay.
But this will probably be my last game of basketball.
Okay. And then I need to try to hurry up and try to get my guy up for the summertime.
Like me, I try and play at least 3 games. I usually try and play 3 games every night. But I'll get at you later, all right? All right.
Outside Hardaway. Shot clock at 5. Here's Cancer. And another shot, and it's good on the way in.
One of the game's very best offensive rebounders, Cantor also has the wherewithal to quickly convert for the score.
Outside Westbrook to the wing right side. Robertson gets a screen from Smith. Robertson dishes to Smith. Misses the hole and is now 3 for 4. New York trailing. Outside Hardaway. He nails it, and we're tied up. Hardaway has got his first 2 points of the night.
Mindset right now is pretty strong. Superb at staying aggressive, but right now stringing some plays together.
Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Smith, no luck.
Oh, and the D did not make that any easier. Can't fault the shooter for missing. That's a tough shot.
It's stolen by Anthony. In the corner, it's Westbrook. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet.
Yeah, continuing his efforts to be more accurate from behind the arc. This will help his team spread the floor even more. Westbrook knocks that one down.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I spoke briefly with Jeff Hornacek. They have won their one matchup against this team so far. But he said the first order of business was for them to score against a very tough shot blocking team inside. He said in a game like this, you can't turn down perimeter looks. They could be the key to victory. We'll see if he's right, Kevin.
Thanks for the report, David. Guys, just how difficult is it to face a team with this kind of defense?
Kevin, it is tough. They've got some guys who can totally wreck your game plan with their activity on D.
I also wonder if this is going to give them a spark of their own on defense. You face a team with this kind of pressure, and it can get you fired up to prove that you're every bit as tough as your opponent.
Beasley with the steal. And a fast break now for New York. Williams is running. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Oklahoma City's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Smith for 3. They get it again. Roberson. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. The Knicks with the lead. Shot on the wing. Again, the miss by Williams.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Here's Roberson. Goodbye, Hardaway. No good with the layup. With his first shot attempt, that shot no good. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
And they had a ton of missed opportunities at the foul line. That's always a game changer.
Well, 9 times out of 10, if you can't take advantage of the freebies at this level, the outcome is not going to be in your favor.
Cancer with a screen on Westbrook. Burke kicks to Williams. Burke with the screen for Williams. Cantor with it. Now Anthony defending. Again, the miss by Williams.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Westbrook, no good. New York shooting 40% here in the early stages. On the wing, Williams. Beasley with a clean look. New York, no good that time either. The Thunder with the lead. Westbrook up top, Burke covering. And DJ throws it down.
And that's just not something Russell came in doing, being a playmaker. But what we're seeing out of Westbrook now, great vision.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here, coming off that loss against the Nets.
And I think they can hold their heads high from that performance, you know, despite the final score being what it was.
Now, that is a very difficult building to play in, and they really put up a good fight. If the roles were reversed and they were the home team in that one, I think the result might have been a bit different.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. The Thunder leading by 3. Grant outside. Inside, stolen by O'Quinn. And here's Moutier. And he banks in the layup.
That's a great look inside for Moutier. Nice body control, and like to see him with those kind of looks.
And with Moutier, although he is a heavy rotation player, Greg, he is still somewhat of a project long term.
You know, it isn't always easy to be patient with Moutier, but that's what is needed. Slowly improving his efficiency, which is a big issue for him, and you can see the raw potential, but he has a lot of smaller things to clean up.
Picked by O'Quinn. Here's Lee, and the rejection by Smith. And now a fast break for the Thunder. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Looking here at some numbers for Smith. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. 7th in rebounding, 11th in blocks, and he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the entire game.
Jeremy Grant just has such a great combination of athleticism and explosiveness. It's up to him to find familiar spots on the floor and do a good job of playing off his teammates to make an impact on every game that he plays.
Lee with another miss. The Thunder leading by 4. Inside. Here's Wells. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
And you got to enjoy the effort from Wells. Even when you knock him around, he still gets the job done.
Picked by O'Quinn. Here's the screen. Knocked loose. Moutier with the ball. Patterson's there. Moutier kicks it to Noah. 4 on the shot clock. Lee passes to Moutier. And he overshot that one, missing.
You can see how clued in the defense is to take away those mid-range shots and challenge. Solid at getting a hand up in the face of the scorer.
Takes the 13-footer for rebound by Patterson. Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Westbrook wide open. He fires. No good on the triple. Wells kicks to DJ, and Smith with the stop.
Maximizing every chance on the offensive end. DJ is the man on a mission tonight.
Yo, can you sub to me and comment on my new video? Also hit the bell next to my name and I'll sub back and maybe shout you out.
There's 1:54 left to play in the first quarter. For 3, Westbrook. He shoots again. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Going to work on the inside now and causing all sorts of problems. DJ's not afraid to get physical on the low block. Now, for the Thunder last season, the first one in the AD era, that's the for after Durant. You can imagine just how devastating his departure was for the fans of the franchise, but I think Sam Presti, as the general manager, prepared themselves for Kevin Durant leaving and for Russell Westbrook to assume the reins of the team.
Free throw good, Smith. And with OKC, as long as this team has been in this city, they have known success as a franchise.
Part of the fear that losing KD in free agency was that the success was going to go with them. But on the shoulders of Russell Westbrook having an historic NBA season, averaging a triple-double, Billy Donovan got these guys to play pretty hard, ended up being in the playoffs, and now have young guys that maybe could show some potential to maintain a level of success this fan base is used to.
Now, here's Moutier. He's covered by Westbrook. There's Lee with the three. The basket good off the assist from Moutier.
Well, stretching the floor out is important, and right now, Courtney Lee able to do that.
Westbrook kicks to Grant. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Now the Thunder are going to switch here. Johnson's checked in. Here's Burt. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. So the Thunder 5 right now. Westbrook and Robertson are the backcourt pair. Smith is out there with Adams. And it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. Quinn dishes to Burt. They get it back.
The human aspect of basketball. You cannot fault the shot selection. You had a clean look. You just can't make them all.
And now, with this break, here are the premier class winners among rookies over the course of the past month. DJ number 1.
And every team in the league needs a guy who can go and get. I mean, his great work on the boards certainly endear him to the coaching staff.
Picked by O'Quinn. It's stolen by Smith. To the left wing. And here's Westbrook from the arc. It's good from long range. Westbrook's got 6.
Melo good at scanning the entire floor, and that's why that time he found the open teammate.
Well, it might be because I'm broadcasting. That might be it too.
Smith against Cancer. O'Quinn, high post. Over in the corner.